start, but we could still talk about marching bands if we wanted to.
Hey, how are ya? You took my line.
I took your line a long time ago. I've been saying that on almost every episode.
Oof.
Anyway, that other podcast that started up decided to get a member of the Best Tag Pro podcast, so I decided that we needed that too. So Cat Buke's here.
Rival podcasts. Uh-oh.
Yep. It's gonna be a battle. They're better though because they have Amy editing, and I gave up on editing, so now we're live.
It's like a dueling piano bar, but it's
But
a Tag Pro podcast.
yeah,
And one of them practices and the other one doesn't.
yeah. I mean, no leaks, but we might be done after this season. We'll see. If other podcasts are going to continue to go, then
Dude,
probably.
everyone's got a podcast nowadays.
It's true.
Hey, if you're listening, send me fun things to do in Indianapolis. All right. Continue.
Yeah, I mean, I hear the White River is pretty cool there.
That can't say that. It's 2021.
True. But yeah, also active is
We should
here,
talk
I
about
think.
Tag Pro.
Yeah, that too.
Active, say hello.
Oh, hi. Hello. It's me.
That's the quietest that active has been in like 2
6
seasons,
years.
3 seasons, however many seasons of podcasting.
3.
Aside from the episode where I muted him for half of it, I think that is
Yeah.
legitimately the longest stretch of silence from active that we've ever had.
Forced silence, really.
Yeah,
Silent against my will. Just mad. He was mad. I got it right. I have to do the wire thing right.
true.
He muted me in protest.
Yeah, but you know, it was worth it. Anyway,
Probably.
yeah, Tag Pro has happened. So we should probably talk about that. And,
We should.
We'll
We really
start
should.
with some quick recaps of the week. So on A team we had the Land Before Timers versus BCC without active, and BCC swept because they had Gilly instead of active, and I'm gonna strongly recommend that they keep that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do it.
I mean, Gilly for A team,
Smart.
100%.
I
First game was
rewatched the
close.
game.
Second game was not close, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, first game was close in the sense that LBT won the first half 6-3, and then BCC came back in the second half 7-3. But it looked dire like 5 minutes into the second half because it was like 3-2 or something, and then BCC just rattled off a lot of quick caps, and they showed that they were the better team in the end, and then Thunder was just BCC doing well. Uh, I'm not gonna say LBT is a bad team, but they definitely are not performing up to my expectations, and I have a strong feeling that they probably will miss the playoffs.
You mean
Week 7 and whatnot.
you mean LBT will miss the playoffs?
Yeah, I think they're gonna
Yeah,
miss
that's
the
what I think
playoffs.
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about BCC. Imagine.
I was like, BCC, like, I mean, they could, but it would take a lot.
Yeah, honestly, I think BCC should miss the playoffs so I can like quit.
See,
Please
that's why
do.
Gilly for A team, and then you can just be a B teamer. I mean, you'll still have playoffs, but
That works. That works.
B team does stand for best team.
it's true.
It really does. It really does.
So then we got the Pinkfield Isotopes versus the Krusty Grabs. Krusty Grabs managed to take the first game in overtime. Then the Isotopes got their revenge on Thunder. Looked like 2 pretty close games.
Oh, we threw Jardim so hard. It was rough to see and be a part of. Like, we had 7 caps that our defense just straight up blocked our offender carrying the flag in to a death. Like, the comms were there of like, I'm coming in red, and for whatever reason our defenders were like, oh, I need to block then, and they would just run into our offenders past 4 and stop it. It was an absolute meltdown. And
Yep.
then Tag Prof got Jimmy juked so hard in OT to let up the game winning cap. So I don't know. I feel like we left a lot of points on the board this week, and going into a game against the Dolphins, I'm a little annoyed with it still.
Yeah, I mean, you'll definitely need to fix that if you when you're playing the Dolphins, they like to beat up on teams that give them room with making silly mistakes.
You just don't make mistakes. Easy.
Yeah. Uh, speaking of the Dolphins, they played the Super Monkey Balls and were a little bit dominant. 19-5 and 18-3.
I turned on that game before ours started, and I went, "Oh wow, the Dolphins are losing." And then Ralph was like, no, you just can't see that that's a 2-digit score." And I was like, "Oh, it is 13-3, not 3-1."
Yeah.
You know, it's surprising how badly Super Monkey Balls lost, but maybe because Jerry didn't show up, they had to put in
Yeah.
Blackberry.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it would be that big of a difference because like they are a pretty good team all around. Like there aren't any players on their team. I'm like, man, if they could just replace that player or anything, but tough losses.
Yeah, and the better that they perform, the more Jarvis gets to say that he's a good defender and that I was holding him back, and that's not great. The guy got 85
mean-
85 tags this week.
I mean,
What the
I don't
hell?
think anybody is confused that the entire team around Jarvis is better this season. But however, you are included in the team around him that was not as good. Well, I don't know. Jerry's pretty good.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just a solid team. Looks like a Nooper favorite. What more can I say? And Super Monkey Balls are now fallen. They've gotten swept the last 2 weeks. They were 4-4. No, they were 4-2, and now they're 4-6. And they're floundering. They play Bank of America Caps this week, I think.
it should be
So
a tough matchup. We'll see if they can turn it
yeah.
around.
And then the next week they play the question marks. So they
Yeah.
have two tough opponents, and they're on the fringe of playoffs.
Yeah,
You know what's not fun?
what
Getting swept.
it's really
Yeah,
not.
it's really not.
I have lots of experience with that.
He really does.
But yeah. So then we got Split and Temple versus question marks. Question marks take the sweep. Jardim was very close. The other game it seemed close at times, but the question marks pulled away. Just slowly throughout it, nice and steady, and got their sweep.
Yeah. Bold Roller continues to be the offensive catalyst that this team needs. 360 Hippopotamus, solid defense. LST came off a hot week against Bank of America, sweeping them and surprising a lot of people. And then they got swept. The games weren't that bad, so I still think LST is decent, but it kind of takes the shine off of that sweep last week if they could after getting swept.
Yeah, LST
But
looking more and more like a lower playoff team that needs to find an X factor if they want to make it past the first round.
True.
Then we had Nips versus We the People. We the People taking game one, Nips taking game two in OT. I mean, it was a good close games between what I would say are, Nips seem to be a decent middle of the back team. We the People has struggled at times, but they seem to be doing a little bit better. Having 420 seemed to help them out this week, especially having him and like time to scrim and stuff.
yeah, and looking at the lineup, 420 played defense.
Yeah,
We got 70 tags, 472 prevent. FVCK is having a renaissance of the season. 11 caps, 541 seconds of hold this week alone. He's been very, very good on offense. He finally has a decent team around him. Clue has also been fine. This team is slow. This team started off 0-6, and now they're like hovering around, maybe making the playoffs. I have a feeling they are going to make the playoffs, which is an amazing turnaround.
It's gonna be exciting end to the playoff here. The playoff push. It's gonna a
Yeah.
lot of stuff is gonna come down to week 7.
yeah. Then lastly, we have the Bank of America apps versus the Handoff God, and this one wasn't that close. Unfortunately, Handoff God was missing Might Dino. They subbed in Nostrafdel instead, and at moments he looked really good. Um, but at other moments you could tell that he was, a B teamer rather than a minus drop, which is a little bit of a difference there. And BOA took full advantage, taking the games 12-4 and 14-5.
It's yeah, I think Mike Dow not being there really kind of screwed up the Handoff God's momentum, or at least team comp. Uh, Maradona and GTR, they weren't bad, but Zeus and Breezes were just better, which makes you wonder how this Bank of America's team got swept by LST last week. It was very uncharacteristic of that team to just go down that hard. So maybe that's the thing to look out for in the playoffs. If Bank of America's kind of falter in the first couple of games in a playoff series, will they play better or will they just crash and burn like they did against LST the previous week?
Yeah.
It's a nice thing to look for.
Yeah, we also quick before we get to the B team recap, let's look at the playoff picture right now. So on A team, you've got some nice tiers where you've got 3 teams that are over 20 points, and then like a nice transition through the middle, where it's just like a slow drop off. You've only got nobody has been eliminated from playoffs yet, but Handoff God and LBT do need to get wins and or hope that the Monkey Balls and Weed People do not get points.
Yeah.
Or they will be
Miami,
eliminated.
yeah, Miami, the first 3 teams have clinched playoff spots. Pretty sure. I think Bank of America has like a tiebreaker that goes to captive, but I think they've
Well,
clinched it because
Did Bank of America has play We the People?
no, not yet.
Okay.
So I think it goes down to tiebreaker because I don't think they've played any common opponents yet.
yeah, I think We the
But
People
until
and
they play
Super
the
Monkey
common
Balls would
opponent,
both need to get like 2 sweeps in order for that to happen. But yeah.
I actually out of these teams that might miss the playoffs, I'm leaning towards Krusty Grab's Handoff God and LBT. I think We the People makes it, and I think Super Monkey Balls falls down. I think the only change I could make to the bottom 4.
Yeah,
I think I said this the last time I was on. The standings got very accurate very fast this season,
Yeah.
which
maybe
usually
do
doesn't
that.
happen, but neat.
Yeah, I also do it's going to be interesting to see because from like Manipulation Station down to Krusty Grabs, that race to make playoffs is going to be a fun thing to watch.
A couple of teams could clinch if they get some sweeps here. If Bohemian Capsule gets the magic number is 22 at this point because We the People's on 10.
Right.
So a couple of teams could clinch a playoff spot. I think Bohemian Capacity and Manipulation Station could clinch a playoff spot if they do well this week and get above 22 points, get to 22 points at least.
That is how the math works.
And
That
then
is how the math works. It's
yeah,
math.
and Isotopes and Split Temple can clinch if We the People doesn't sweep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, because
No?
then they're only
If
Isotopes are on
if that's
15.
a split, then that is true. But if Krusty Grabs sweep,
Oh, that's
then
true. Yeah.
it's pretty much the
If We the
same.
People and Krusty Grabs both don't sweep.
They play each other, don't they?
Oh yeah. Yep.
think so.
I know things for sure.
We do. We
Yep.
the CRC know things.
Yeah, who made this schedule?
Randomized Amy. Amy randomized.
Amy for sure. That's why the other podcast is
Yeah.
better. They've got Amy who actually does know things.
Yeah.
Love
I
it.
mean, that's an issue.
Also, they don't record 10 hours before the games start. And
I mean, I think that's
Live
how you get the
and
most
unprepared.
up-to-date information, please. The closer you
Yeah.
record to the games, the more up-to-date your information will be. So,
Yeah, if there's
me.
any drama that happens between their recording and game day, that's when you got to come to us. I mean,
Yeah, the thing
we'll
about the
have
tackle
all of the
lead-
drama.
That's
Yeah,
really
exactly.
that's really the market you want to be playing to
Yep.
is the CRC made
Look.
drama after they post theirs.
I'm
Just wait.
targeting the Monday, Tuesday demographic here.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure that the tackle lead did not capture that demographic, which is why they broke up. I think that's low views from the
Yes,
Monday, Tuesday
And
people.
as the CRC, yeah, we're just gonna start banning people as soon as the other podcast goes up to force people. We're gonna overpower Amy and force drama to happen so that their podcast is irrelevant.
I mean, yes, it's a good
Anyway.
idea.
On to B team. LBT versus BCCB team. LBT gets the sweep. Not what I was expecting, to be honest. I thought BCC would do better than that. LBT becomes the top team in the league despite having a -2 captive, which is wild.
Which is just
B
B
team at its
team.
best, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
I-
classic B team. And minors is also like the same thing, where like the last place team was a positive captive or some shit. I don't even
Yeah.
fucking remember. But yeah,
Hey,
this
did you know if you add all the plus minuses together, they equal 0?
I think that's the that's math.
Very nice.
That's math.
Fun
Uh,
fact.
Fun fact, mathematical fact. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, kind of fun fact. B team is pretty close this season. Like,
Oh
you got
yeah, very close.
8 points between all of the playoff teams, and then even
Yeah,
below that,
yeah.
like nobody's like way lagging
There are
behind.
no. This is the first time I think there hasn't been a team eliminated or clinched a playoff spot before week 6, like ever. Like this is very very
So-
close.
35 is the number on B team.
Pretty sure.
At the
Yeah.
moment.
So lots of teams up to 6 could
clinch.
theoretically clinch this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think
But
LBT
I
and
think
LST are probably the most likely to.
Oh yeah, you think the two people with the most points
Yeah,
are the most likely
I
to
know.
clinch, Smalley? Good,
Nah.
insightful.
Fun
No, I
fact.
think,
Ingrid
the-
Isotopes is not gonna make it. I don't think. Fun fact.
Yeah, I'm kind of in agreement with you.
Fun fact.
No,
The team with the
hot
least
take.
amount of points
Kingfield
doesn't look
Isotopes
like it.
via a definitely not crooked reduction of points for almost every team above them is going to clinch playoffs this week.
That is a spicy take.
I think we should start enforcing VCR point deductions.
Yes,
Okay.
with no fork.
Can we
like, no
talk about
telling
that real
people about it.
fast?
Can we talk about it? Yeah, we
Yeah,
can talk about
yeah,
it.
we can talk about it.
Okay, VCRs, I understand why you guys want them. The way that they are currently done makes it impossible to get them.
Yeah, there definitely needs to be some revamping of that script.
But like, if I can't get them while I play, it is why would anyone ever sit through your entire game so that they can do more work after the game to get you the VCR? Like, there is just no incentive to get them because it's so much work.
Yeah, I mean, it does work better when you have, for example,
A streamer?
on a streamer who can do it, or like if you are a captain who's not playing or who plays A team, then for your B team,
Yeah,
ideally you can get it. But like on A team, that's where we've seen more issues with that after the first little bit, because like, yeah, if the streamer can't get it, then it's just not.
it's
Not
never going to
great.
happen because who's going to sit there for an entire hour to not do anything?
Yeah, I mean, ideally, we
Mm.
come up with some way for there to just be like a bot that can do it, like they have for TPM, which would be
Yeah.
ideal, where like you can just download a script or something, and then a bot will
Are
join.
you-
And...
Endorsing bots in NLTP now?
Sorry,
I'm not
I'm
opposed.
endorsing
I'm not
a
opposed.
script.
I'm
Yeah,
not
but,
I'm not opposed to botting.
You can bot from spec as much as you want.
Perfect. You heard it here first. News breaking.
Unless
do
it,
whatever
unless
you
it
want,
violates the
Spec.
rules. But yeah.
Jesus
Alright.
Christ.
So I think we were going over B team games. the Krusty Krabs played the Isotopes. It was not close in any of the games, really. Krusty
Dude,
Krabs
it
took
was
the
rough,
sweep.
man. I tried to help, and it's ooh.
Yeah, I do think Krusty
I
Krabs has gotten a lot better through the season.
oh
Like they
yeah,
they
I
started out very rough, and then they've gotten to be like solid. And also, Isotopes
yeah,
didn't play well, and the combination of those
they
things led to a
like
sweep.
Maybe I put too much pressure on them trying to tell them what to do all of the time in their game. But
you were telling them what to do all the time.
well, in between each half, I was kind of giving nameless-esque speeches.
Oh
They
no.
were long-winded with a lot of corrections, and I think there was a lot of focus on different
Yeah,
things than
I'm
what they needed to be focusing on.
yeah, I'm very high on the Krusty Krab B team. I think they're my dark horse to win the Super Bowl. But I mean, they might not even
Ooh.
be a dark horse if they like end up doing really well and get like a top four seed. But I have a feeling that like, I really think they could win a Boober
They've got a good
because that team's stacked.
they've got a good
Naga,
shot,
Gorgas,
but
Omnivore,
I
Jason. Like their top four is amazing.
yeah, I
Top
don't
four is all
Appro-
that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, top four is all that matters. It's
yeah.
all that matters. And
So that
ISO just drops all the way to the bottom of the standings. They've started off decent. I think they were mid table like 3 weeks, 4 weeks in, and then they just fell like a fucking rock.
yeah.
Yeah. The trade that Ralph made, I think, kind of hurt the Isotopes at the end of the day. I think the B team would have been better just moving El Sacco down and keeping Corpse up rather than trading Sacco for Goat.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe yeah.
probably.
I think that was a Ralph trying to like be a good person and keep Sacco on A team somewhere trade that I don't think a more experienced Captain Ralph would make again.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know anything about making trades that are just to keep players happy that hurt my team.
Hmm.
I honestly don't know what you're talking about, but
Same.
Both seasons that I captained, I ended up making some not great B team trades to send Western players to the West,
gotcha.
and then both times my B team got eliminated in the first round.
Fucking traded Gilly Ball away for fucking Reform 10. Jesus Christ. And then he wins the Boober. I don't know.
Well, so that was part of a three-way trade that I don't think I would have ended up with Gilly Ball under any
You can't turn down a
circumstances.
three-way.
Yeah, exactly. I
That's
don't.
not on
I
you.
wouldn't have been able to get Gilly Ball out of it, but I would have been able to do some other trades that would have been more beneficial for my team specifically. Anyway,
Oh boy.
Dolphins versus the Super Monkey Balls. They get the sweep, but this one was a close sweep where like the Monkey Balls were never out of it, but they couldn't pull it off at all. Like it just they consistently at towards the end of the second half just got shut down and couldn't make it happen.
Yep.
But I
This
do think
Miami Dolphins B team, these two teams confuse me because like some weeks they're good, some weeks they're meh. I thought Super Monkey Balls from last week they played really great against the BCC B team, which was like a game of the week for me. Like each game was very solid, except for the second game when we won 19-3, but still, they were definitely really good. And then they get swept by a Miami B team that I don't really think was that impressive when we played them. I don't know. I feel like one of these teams played below expectations, but I don't know who. Don't know
maybe
who.
both.
Maybe both, because Miami, I think, has had like some wacky, some decent results. I thought Super Monkey Ball was like the number one B team going into our match with them last week, and now they've dropped 5 of the past 6. But meh, what can you do? this B team season is like seems like every team can beat every other team.
Sure.
So then we had Legends of the Splitting Temple versus the Question Marks. Question Marks taking 2 out of 3. First 2 games, like, were just decent solid wins for one team or the other. Third game was nice and close. 1 cap win. I watched the last 5 minutes and I enjoyed a little bit of back and forth with LST taking a lead and then having it taken away from them, and then a couple of really close attempts by each team, but nothing going.
It's weird how LSC I don't think has had more than 5 players show up the entire season for B. It's just I feel like that gives them a slight advantage over every other team that's had to rotate. I don't know how, but they kind of do. They put Potato Chip on defense. They have Wall Squirrel. They have Rig now too. And then
Rig.
Victor and Scrapper. If they move Potato Chip to offense for the playoffs, this team gets really,
I mean, I
really,
think
really good.
either way, they're definitely a really good playoff team. I think they're one of the teams that has some of the biggest improvement between regular season and playoffs, just based on their top 4 being that good. And like they've stayed competitive with their full lineup, but I think their top 4 is really, really good.
But at the same time, their results against other teams has been kind of lackluster. The weeks where they swept, right? They played the Handoff God before free agency, and they played Krusty Grab before free agency. So those are their only 2 sweeps. And then the next 2 weeks after that, they only won 1 game against your B team, Smalley, and then they only won 1 game against the Question Marks.
Yes,
So their record has been like buoyed up by those 2 easy sweeps.
But my team and the Question Marks team are both good teams.
Which is why I'm saying I feel like their record is kind of at the same time where I think their top 4 is fine. I think their record has kind of been overinflated. It's been inflated due to these easy sweeps.
Maybe.
Because if that, I don't like the way these results look. They haven't beaten the team they haven't beaten the team that like I really think is great, or at least even good yet.
Do you have a p value for those results, or
Nah, mate, you
Is P less than 0.05?
You know what? Yeah, it's 0.0049.
Oh dang, that's
I only get out of bed for p values less than 10 to the -6. So
I don't think we work in the same. I don't think we do this right. I don't think I'm right.
yeah, I can tell from that p value that you are in the world of science and not politics or
in
surveys.
the world of like just basic stats. I'm doing Mark 3. If it's super significant, it's less than. If it's super significant, it's less than 0.001. For him, he's doing 10 to the negative. Goddamn fucking bullshit.
It's only 3 significant figures
bullshit.
more than.
Good point.
Yeah, true. Anyway, so then we had 2 games that had a little bit of drama in them. First, we had Manipulation Station versus We the People, with their minutes violation. Either way, Nip takes game 1, We the People takes game 3, but there will be a replay of game 2. The other podcast talked about this one, and
game 3, right?
And I know that game 2, half 2 is where the violation occurred. Game 2, half 1 is where they were gonna have the different lineup, but I mean, the violations.
How was the decision of which half to replay decided?
So it's because that's when Poodle, like that's when it would no longer be possible for them to fix their lineup. Basically, like that's when we knew that it wasn't going to be a problem that could be fixed like actively, and so something would have to be done about it.
Okay.
But
part of me thought it was going to be like, we looked at it, and of the halves that the player who violated it was in, this is the most beneficial to the other team or something.
I mean,
I
like
that
if it was
explanation. We should just use that.
if it was very clear that like there was a situation where like it wouldn't help them at all to replay that one, but it could help them to replay another one, then maybe we'd look at that. But this one, I think they're the same half, so it's kind of it's
Yeah.
nice when that happens.
I just wanted to know like what the thought process was because I like transparency, and nobody's gonna ever listen to this, so you guys are clear anyway. The best
True.
time to be transparent is 28 minutes into a podcast no one's gonna listen to.
I mean, hey,
You're welcome.
we have 3 viewers, and
One of them is me.
one of them is you. One of them is Jarvis. Shout out to Jarvis for listening every week. We appreciate you. And then one of them is somebody else. Mystery third viewer.
Jarvis fucking sucks, dude.
Rude.
I hate this man with a passion. Hey Jarvis, if you're listening, I hate you with a passion. Get off the stream.
Wow.
I'd rather see 2 viewers than see you.
Stay on, Jarvis.
Toxic.
We go over if we get over 20 concurrent viewers, I will actively kick active from the podcast live on air.
Bullshit. How do you actively kick someone? How do you passively
I
kick
will
someone?
I will kick you from the podcast
think-
server if we go
I
over
think you
20
need to
viewers.
Adarshly kick him.
Yes, I will Adarshly kick him if we go over 20 viewers.
This has been fun.
Welcome to Puns with Cat Puke.
Fucking bullshit.
Anyway, last game of the week on B Team, we had my team
Finally.
Bank of Americaps versus the Handoff God. This ended up being a slight edge to Handoff God based on an overtime win. This was rough because in game 1 we were about to cap, but the overtime settings were wrong, so it stopped, and we didn't cap, and then they capped. Now this is
it's like would he have made it?
Yeah, but it is at least like our team was in charge of it when that happened, because like if the other team had been in charge of the group and then that happens, then that's even more drama. Whereas this time it's like, okay, well we've got ourselves to blame. But
yeah, luckily all of these like missed OT things have like solved themselves out.
Yeah, I mean,
considering the team that fucked up was the team that also lost. Like,
yeah, and then this
in charge of the group.
Yeah, well, or the same team has won. In previous weeks, it'd been, I think, both like the team that messed up lost, and the other team was going to cap and then did cap. So
yeah, I like it when things resolve themselves.
But yeah. Anyway, other than that, it was pretty good games. There was some back and forth. But I would have liked to get that first game, but it was still solid games overall. I think these are both good teams at this point. I think Handoff got Poet just showed up and magically they're a good team even when he's not in. But yeah, who let him in anyway?
Yeah, who's the idiot who decided to let him in? I don't know who let him in, but if I ever find who they are, I'm gonna have some words.
All right, time for some previews.
Wait.
B-Team
playoffs. That's right. So, B-Team playoff picture. They're all good. I suppose some of the people are probably gonna miss. And yep, that's the B-Team playoffs.
I think B-Team playoffs, the question is more like who's gonna play who the next 2 weeks rather than. All right, so Dolphins are in.
Nothing happened. Shush.
Okay.
LBT's in.
Yeah.
Krusty Grabs are in. Handoff God might be in.
It depends on this week, I guess, against Bohemian and Cassidy.
I mean, I think the top 6, maybe 7 teams are probably all gonna make it.
Nah, there's definitely some. There's some room for wiggling.
There's some room for wiggling, but this is mostly those bottom 5 teams.
At this point, it comes down to who they play. Like, who are the opponents?
That's literally what I just said.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, maybe speak louder next time.
If you don't say it 20 times, Active doesn't hear you.
I really don't.
I mean, to me, the interesting thing. So one, Super Monkey Balls is in the last spot on both A and B. So it'll be a stressful last couple weeks for them. But also on B team, the Super Monkey Balls play Bank of America Apps and the Question Marks. So they play two decent teams, which makes it a little more interesting because they'll hold them back a little bit. If they were playing like Weed the People and the Isotopes or something, then I would say, okay, well, they're going to make it. Weed the People and Isotopes are out. But, at least we have
Yeah,
some
dude.
pushback against them, and that'll make
Dude,
it more
Isotopes
interesting.
fucking
Handoff God
suck.
trying to manip their way into the playoffs with Poet and cause some drama.
Dude,
Can you imagine if they
think
win the
will take
Booper?
it seriously?
that team with like Poet and some other player that I used to think was good on B team is so funny to me.
Even the Indian?
Yes.
See, I love how that popped immediately into my head when you said person that I used to think was good.
Yeah.
That's just classic the Indian talk there. I think he plays D now for some fucking reason.
Sometimes you just gotta wash a player up, you know?
Yeah, so sometimes you gotta like, I don't
Scrub
know.
behind their ears, make sure they're getting washed up.
Yeah, B team playoff picture, they're good. What more can I say?
Yep.
No one's eliminated yet,
I
but
mean,
definitely
There's also just so many more points available in B team all the time that like
yeah, like there's 18 points up for grabs the next 2 weeks for each
Yeah.
team.
well, just
All I know
That's-
for a
that's
fact.
3 halves the number of points that are up for grabs in A team.
Wait, what?
he's right.
You heard me. You
Also-
heard it here first.
Yeah, if you want an idea of how long it takes for teams to be eliminated, like Do the Wire last season wasn't even like fully eliminated until I think like a couple games into week 6.
No, you definitely were eliminated by week 5.
By the end of week 5, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe.
No, there's no
Maybe.
chance. You had 0 points.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but they could still get
we
18,
could still get to
which
18.
currently it would still get them into playoffs
No,
with the current
this
picture.
season it wouldn't. But
Nah, man, I have standings. Give me a second. I have all of them. I have all of those
Oh,
standings.
you're right.
from
It would
last
put you in
week.
9th. I remembered the number 17 being important. Can we talk about something else
yeah,
more enjoyable?
I mean we could do.
I want to
previews,
know
or we
what
can
you
just talk about
do
other
to
stuff.
prevent the tilt.
Oh, what do you do to prevent the tilt?
Yeah.
Don't draft tilted boys.
Oh,
Capuke, I feel like you asked this question on a Tag Pro League podcast, like the first episode.
I ask this question routinely because I struggle tilting. I usually just my method of preventing tilt is to just yell at a defender I know who can take it. Like instead of yelling
preventing
at my
tilt.
offensive partner, I yell at a defender who I know can take it. Right now it's Ralph.
That is one way to do it. I mean, I don't struggle with tilting. Part of that's because I'm bad.
Nah,
But
that's all accurate statements.
I don't think I've tilted in a while, but I recently found out yesterday. We were, like the BCC team was just talking. It turns out like when I'm mad, I just go into this random sad laugh, where every time I fuck up, I'm like, and it's just a weird laugh that I do, and that's when everyone on my team knows that I'm like irritated.
Mm.
But I never like yell or anything.
My irritation sounds are it's literal like yeah.
Like you say, are you tilted,
same
Just
sound
fucking
as when you
screaming.
hit a tree in disc golf.
Yes, it is. It's the same sound. Fuck them trees.
I mean, the other day I was playing hole disc golf. It's a wide open field. There's one tree between me and the hole, and you want to know what I hit?
Oh,
I hit the tree.
you got magnet. They
Yep.
got that magnet. All right, fuck it. Predictions.
Predictions. Okay,
It's
so
fucking
A team,
segues.
LBT versus LST. LBT 2 out of 3.
Are you doing B team previews first? Oh.
Yeah, no, B team first. Yeah, that's right. I messed it up. We'll do B team first though. LBT 2 out of 3.
It's I think LBT 2 out of 3 as well. Actually, no, I'm gonna think LBT sweep, mainly because I know Potato Chip doesn't like Dallas because he wanted to get traded off of LBT because he didn't like Dallas. I think. So
LBT 2 out of 3.
I think sweep for LBT.
All right, Isotopes versus Dolphins. I mean, I gotta say Dolphins
Nah.
sweep.
I'm gonna go with Dolphins win 4.
Yeah, you took my joke, you fuck.
Gotta be
I'm
faster.
I was gonna say
Okay,
Dolphins
here-
double
okay.
sweep.
Here's the thing: Dolphins win 4. But 2 games go into overtime.
No. Well,
I
yeah,
don't
that
count
is
overtime
accurate.
games wins.
The Pingville Isotopes suck in overtime.
All right.
Um,
Manipulation
I
Station versus question marks. Nobody cares about Active Stake.
I had a okay.
No.
No,
I'm
Active, did you want to make another pun? Because that's the only way I'm gonna let you talk again.
No.
Okay.
okay.
Continue
Yeah,
then,
so
Smalley.
Nips versus question marks. This I think is probably one of the better matchups this week. I'm gonna take question marks 2 out of 3, but they have to replay game 2.
Manipulation station 2 out of 3.
I'm gonna go with Manipulation Station 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I think Drift is a solid addition to a defensive line to a team that lacked defense until then.
I
He
think
did well last week.
Darsh's analysis of tag pro teams is much better than Smalley's, and thus, when I don't know, I'm defaulting to what he says.
That is true. I do make team stats for every
I'm-
player.
I'm
so-
terrible at analysis after the draft. Like
I mean,
I
are
can
you
look
good
at a
at
draft board
analysis
and
during
tell
the
you who I
draft?
think is a good draft, and then once the season starts, it's all bets are off.
Imagine if we actually did a live stream draft like podcast. It would be so horrible to listen to our takes and see how horrible they've aged. Because I don't think we would make any good takes.
if we stream the draft next season.
Honestly, I'm down, but only if I get to make fun of everyone who gets drafted.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's the whole point.
Oh, okay. then I'm down.
God, can we do the next prediction, please?
Yep, okay, Americaps versus Monkey Balls. Americaps sweep.
I think Cappy just wants to go back to Tag Pro League glory days.
The pacing is so slow.
Yeah, no.
I'm getting bored.
Legit is if Active is here, it adds like 45 minutes to the podcast.
May I have not spoken a lot. You would know when I'm dragging the runtime. I'm not dragging
It's
the
because
runtime at
you
all.
say that you're not dragging the runtime like 4 times in a row.
I'm dragging everything. So obviously, I think Super Monkey Ball sweep.
Oh fuck! You picked opposite sweeps.
Yeah.
I think Bank of Americaps is better. 2-1.
Motherfucker said he would default to me and he
Alright.
didn't.
Yeah, because I'm not stupid.
All
Are
right.
you kidding me? Super
Read the
Monkey Ball has
people-
a great team.
We had
Oh
the
my
people
God.
Krusty Grab sweep.
I say Krusty Grabs win 2 out of 3.
I think Krusty Grabs sweep. The Grabs may be crusty, but they're tasty.
All right, Handoff God versus BCC. I'm gonna say
BCC sweep.
I'm gonna
I got
say
my pick in first. Suck it.
Handoff God 2 out of 3.
BCC 2 out of 3. Yeah, I think BCC 2 out of 3. That makes more sense. With Ghost back, I think we'll be fine.
All right, A team speed round, LBT LST. I'm gonna say split, but if a team wins, it's gonna be LST.
LST split. LST sweep.
T sweep.
All right, Isotopes versus Dolphins.
Dolphin sweep. I'm not even fucking. We're just gonna cut right there. Pinkwood Isotopes get swept and then they all cry and then they run away forever.
That's the plan. I'm pleading the fifth on this selection.
Fair enough. I'm gonna take Dolphins, but I don't think it's gonna be as much of a massacre as it's been in previous weeks.
Oh,
because
it's not gonna
Cappy's
it's not gonna
get,
be a
like,
massacre, but
I'm also gonna
It'll
call that
feel
Cappy
like
is
it'll
gonna get
feel
like
like a massacre.
60 returns out of base.
yeah,
Um,
that's what I'm anticipating.
All right, Nips versus question marks. I'm
Good
gonna
games. Good game.
yeah, I'm gonna say question marks sweep. Hot take, and then Dust can yell at me, and that's fine.
I think I've split.
What?
Yep,
Did
split.
you hear that defaulting?
Yeah, I hear that default. That's a quick default. That's really good.
Americaps versus Monkey Balls. This one I'm gonna say Americap sweep.
It's difficult actually. I don't know if Jerry will show up. If he does,
It's not difficult. Making bacon for the sweep.
all right, then I guess it's my turn. I'm gonna say split. There we go, split.
Krusty
Okay,
grab sweep.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
call this one
God.
split.
I'm gonna call Weed the People sweep.
Oh,
Wait. Why do you think Krusty Grabs will sweep?
I think they're better than We the People.
Is Flacid's a
Fair.
minors
I-
player now?
Yeah, but I mean, they're last.
They're both low in the standings. So
I refuse to. I think Weed the
Alright.
People. They did well against Nips. I don't know what more do you want. I feel like Nips are better than Krusty Grabs, so We the People got points off Nips, and We the People will get points off Krusty Grabs.
Good analysis.
Handoff God versus BCC. I would say that if Active doesn't play for BCC,
I'm playing.
oh, Active's playing. Okay, then
Yeah.
if Might Dino shows up, Handoff God potential sweep, maybe split, but I'm gonna say sweep.
The fuck?
Damn.
All right.
With my Dino split, without him, BCC sweep.
But
Yeah.
if they sub in Gilly for Active, then BCC sweep regardless.
I can't even play B team if I get replaced. Sucks.
Darsh, is it hot over there? Because Smalley's flaming, yeah.
Oh man, he's been doing it for 3 seasons.
I mean,
At this point,
look,
I'm numb to it.
Okay.
Gilly played 1 week.
I have another
Ghost wasn't there
prediction.
either, and he's got the 98 Onish. So
I'm sorry. Are you forgetting what happened when we played We the People week 1? Right? Like, hello.
I have
Holy-
another prediction for
Yes.
you two.
yes, your prediction.
Since I believe both of you are removed from the CRC this season, unless one of you gets put to CRC chair or whatever we named it. Who
Yeah.
replaces you?
Well, I mean, to be fair, we can run for re-election.
You can.
We can. I'm not going
Also,
after that.
other people
Yeah.
can just not run, and then we just what even do we do then?
I mean,
Yeah.
I think we're invincible at this point.
I mean, I keep trying to get Jarvis to run for CRC, but he refuses because he's too smart for that.
I think we made a mistake joining the CRC, and every season we're here, it takes off 3 years of my lifespan. Of our
Dude, you should just keep running then. Like, isn't that the goal? Speed run your life.
You know what?
See, the problem
You're
Active,
right.
is that you established yourself not only as a CRC member, but as a CRC member who actively does stuff all the time.
That's the issue with being proactive and also not having a job as of right now.
You know,
basically
I don't think Smalley's very proactive.
No, I'm anti-active, I would say.
Very funny pun, Catchy. That's great. I'm
Thank you.
really enjoying it. I'm really great. Oh, this is fun. I'm having so much fun. Legitimately, if I think someone would replace me, I'd rather have it be Jarvis than someone else. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
I think Jarvis legitimately would make it better because he's always on. He's always on Discord. He can reach out for everything. He's very there. Anything you need, he'll be there.
Darsh, would you rather have Smalley or Jarvis?
Oh man, I actually have to think
I-
about that for a second. Hold on.
I would rather have Jarvis.
I'm gonna get my whiteboard out and just start listing all the pros and cons of this. So,
All right, we'll be back in a quick 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
if I had to say in a vacuum, I take Smalley. But if I wanted just a worker bunt, like a worker bee or something, I'll take Jarvis.
that's
Oh
the-
yeah, when are the
Jarvis-
interns coming back?
Jarvis is going to be more active than I will be.
Oh, I should
but I
run
will-
and then just instantly make interns a thing again and never
I
do
mean, the
anything
last
except
time
tell
we had
people what to do.
interns, I got onto the CRC. Do you want that to be a thing again?
Well, the second time I captained, I got ASAP to be a captain, and look what happened. Like I can make good choices. That was not a good example of a good choice, but
I mean,
Good choice.
TBH, the cap puke for CRC, I'm down for it.
no, it'll never
I'm
happen.
not gonna
Well-
lie. Who do you even think would apply?
The thing is, you need
In
somebody
the
to apply-
someday,
You need people who
Yeah,
can apply who
probably.
like have some amount of like experience and stuff. Because like I could also see a number of people who are in their second or third season running.
yeah.
But ideally, they
Which
like.
I actually don't think that's a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I would like to see them like move into some other
You know what?
like tangential
If
leadership
people
positions first.
if people
but
are going to take your podcast, they should take your CRC spots.
true.
So it looks like iTag Pro and ICP are the next.
You know, Ice Plat for CRC, I can see it. I'm not opposed.
I'm in.
I don't.
All right, let's start the campaign.
I need
No,
to
wait,
see a little
Alex.
more from iTag before I'm fully on board with his campaign. I'm not opposed to it, but I need to see a
I'm
little
not
more.
I actually rescind my endorsement of iTag Pro. Euros should not sit on the
He's
NLTP
not even
He's
a
an
Euro.
Aussie.
I think he's Australian.
But either way, yeah.
If you
He
don't
got
live
the
in the
national-
US, you live in Europe. So
Zeus, your favorite European tag pro player.
that's
my guy,
yeah.
my guy got the entire continent wrong.
Dude, your
Fucking
guy just did the most like American centric thing of all time. You love it.
Just assume that you're
You
not
just
from around
you
here.
just
you're
heard
from
like all of my biases in one statement.
Europe. I don't like people outside of America. Said Europe.
If you're not from from the same place I am, you're from the one other place that exists.
That's wild. But no, I think Jarvis would make a good CRC member. Spheroid maybe.
Let's get Jarvis and Ice P.
Victor Messi if he wants to do that. Victor Messi and Jarvis on the CRC. Who says no?
Who says no? Not me.
Says someone say no, please.
Say psych.
I
Say
mean,
psych right now. I've done it.
yeah, slob for CRC.
God, Sloth for CRC. You know, just stupid Sloth for Hall of Fame campaigns always piss me off.
See, my problem
Because
with
then
Vic, Vic doesn't like making people mad, which is where I think his downfall would be on the CRC.
That is the other reason I will never run for CRC is like that 2 weeks where we were on the NLTP CRC TC. I slept like 4 hours every night because I was just so like worried about making people upset.
Bro, same. Bro, especially the off-season shit that happened
Yeah.
this season.
Yeah.
It took actual years off of my life.
I'm pretty sure my bald spot started during that week. Like
Yeah.
it was just pulling hair out.
I'm not ready for it. If Amy leaves, I don't know what I'll do. He's
guess
like the
the lesson
calm
here
presence
is
I need.
Everyone should probably like chillax towards the CRC a little bit.
Yeah, at the CRC,
Understand their people.
This podcast is now sponsored by the CRC. Hey, ease up, okay?
This podcast is now sponsored by the Elite.
This podcast is now brought to you by Indianapolis. Indianapolis, it's a
Ah,
city.
tell me what to do in Indianapolis.
Yeah,
That's
so
very
I
cool.
decided that in honor of Capu going to Indianapolis for the 4th of July, we're gonna do Indianapolis trivia.
Wow, way to dox me, so everyone's gonna come murder me in Indianapolis.
It's
on the 4th of
it's a
July.
big city. You'll be fine. Also, you already told everybody multiple times.
We started off the podcast saying, "Give me tips to me places to go in Indianapolis."
Yeah, I didn't say when I was gonna be there. It's fine.
That's true.
Let's do some Indianapolis trivia.
That's
I'm gonna
fair.
get you wrong, bro.
If somebody does murder you in Indianapolis, I will. I don't know.
Be sad.
do
I
that.
know.
I'll be
Let's not get ahead. Let's not
I'll
get ahead
bring
of
you back
ourselves
from the dead.
I want the trivia.
Okay, so first trivia.
Yeah.
What are the 2 cities in the Midwest that have bigger populations than Indianapolis?
Chicago and Detroit.
here. Okay, that's quick. I'm stealing Chicago, but I'm saying St. Louis. Yeah.
Smalley
Yeah,
is now backpedaling, trying to figure out how to draw a line in the Midwest. That
Nah,
makes it so.
I'm double checking my source.
I think it's either St. Louis, Kansas City. I think they're 2 different cities, right?
I don't know. My brain does not include St. Louis in the Midwest.
St.
It was-
Louis is like
part of the issue.
on the border, but as it turns out, it doesn't matter because St. Louis has a smaller population than Indianapolis,
Nice.
Damn it.
as does Detroit. So
Really?
yeah,
So Minneapolis then?
nope.
Would that be Green Bay? No.
It's not
No,
Green,
Green
Bay.
Bay's small. They just have a football team.
Is it Columbus or one of the Ohio cities?
It is indeed Columbus.
God
Weird.
damn it, dude.
So I'll give Cat Peak like I don't know a quarter of a point for
Yes!
for
I
finding
need
that
Rick
eventually.
G here. I need Rick G with his geography major to help me out.
What's
I
next?
don't know.
What's our next Indianapolis fact?
This is stupid.
This is great. This has been my favorite part of the podcast, Active.
Fuck is this shit?
So, question number 2. What county is Indianapolis in, since neither of you have any chance of knowing this?
No.
Kokomo County.
Oh, this is stupid, dude. He lives like a fucking state away. How am I gonna get this? I live
I
in
mean,
New Jersey.
he named a thing that's Indianapolis related-ish, but
Yeah,
but he
that's
is
it.
he is wrong, so you have a chance.
Where? How am I gonna get this?
Just take a guess. You're both gonna be wrong, and nobody's gonna get points.
I
It's
don't-
fine.
I'm not even gonna name a county.
Just literally
Alright.
say a last name. Brown County is Active's choice.
Kind of racist, but all right.
Brown County is a county in Indiana that is near Indianapolis, but it is
See?
But
It's pretty
it is
educated guess.
it is Marion County.
Sure.
We should give multiple choice for this shit.
I should have.
As if I know what Indianapolis is. God.
What state is Indianapolis in?
Illinois. I've done it.
Nailed it.
I've done it.
You're wrong. It's actually in Wisconsin.
I've done it. I've gotten it wrong.
All right. So, question number 3. How many Fortune 500 companies
Oh my god.
call Indianapolis home?
17.
More than 17.
Good
19.
guess.
Cool.
The answer is 3 because even though Indianapolis is big, it's still in Indiana.
Pew winner. How's that taste?
Can I have I won a trivia game? I don't think I have.
All right, Smalley, one more.
All right, bonus round.
Yeah, no, one more.
When-
It's impossible
Bonus
for me to
round.
win one more.
When was Indianapolis founded?
Ooh,
1812. Give me a fucking break. I'm done.
1838.
Can I give an actual answer? It's obviously not 1812.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna say. He said 1838.
He did.
That is what I said.
I was gonna say 36. 1836.
All right. Well, regardless of Active's guess, he is closer. It was 1821.
1812 was closer. All right then.
He got points.
Nice. All right.
And
Shall we
then-
buy How Are You? Or do we have some
well,
sponsors to thank?
First,
Or...
because I teased that fun fact,
Oh,
but
okay.
I already told you what it was, so I just have to ask it for active. When was the first season that I signed up for NLTP?
Fucking bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh god.
I had totally
It's the
forgotten
first season-
about this until like
First season when you signed up for what?
NLTP.
NLTP.
Yeah,
First season.
that I signed up. Yeah.
NLTP. We're gonna
Yes.
say NLTP.
Yeah.
Not competitive because you fucking blew
Yep.
me away with
I
the
already
NFPL.
did that one.
Yeah, NLTP. It's gotta be season 15.
It is not season 15.
I would have went with 13.
Now here's the thing. So active. I'm gonna give you a hint. It was also not 13.
Damn.
So I'm gonna name a couple of my teammates here. See
Alright,
if
I
it
got
helps
this.
you out.
You got it. I think I can get it.
Oh,
So going up from the
yeah,
bottom
yeah.
of the draft board, we've got Nipplepotamus.
Cool.
We've got Shirt.
Who?
Shirt.
Shirt.
Oh wait, SHURE, right?
No, SHIRT. Just Shirt.
Then I'm
Yeah.
fucked.
Spelled like shirt.
Oh,
Jarek.
No,
We
God.
got
Why-
Fapster.
Oh wait, this is LBT.
No,
It's gotta be LBT. No, it's not LBT.
this
Fuck
is
me.
Garfield.
No, it is LBT.
We've got BC Canada. We've got
That's
our good
LBT.
friend Ghost.
That's LBT.
And we've got the captain, Ranger.
Black Flag? When was Black Flag a thing? Garfield Black Flag. I don't remember Carp being on Black Flag. This is only. Oh man, I don't remember. I do remember. I think
Oh,
season
also
11
shout out.
Black
There was a
Flag.
player on the team called VCR. More relevant now than it was then.
It's either. It's not 13, which is weird, but I do remember Black Flag being there season 13.
All right. Was it season 10? Was it season 11? Was it season 12?
No. Stop it. Stop it right now. Well, the only season he hasn't said is season 14. uh, wait, is it below 10? No, right? It's not below season 10. Not before season 10, right?
I'm not gonna say anything until you lock in a guess.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you so bad. Oh, God.
Now I'm anti-active.
I hate this. I hate it because he knows it's on the tip of my tongue and I don't remember when Nipplepotamus
It's a
was on.
number less than 21. Of course it's on the tip of your tongue.
Bonus, it's a number less than 15.
Wait, but Capu said 10, 11, 12. I said 15.
He didn't say any of them were right.
I
It's
said
one of
15,
those.
15 was wrong, and then I haven't said anything since then.
You told me my guess was wrong as well.
And it was 13.
Yeah, it's not
His guess was
13. So it's not 13 or 15. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or
Yeah,
14.
you asked for multiple choices. Here they are.
I have to remember each fucking thing. I don't. Oh, Rangers captaincy is so forgettable, dude. It's fucking. He has the worst team name. He has the worst captaincy record. There's nothing special about his team that I can.
Sounds pretty special if he was that bad.
Our server was Centra.
All right, I'm
That
going to start a
doesn't
shot
help.
clock. 24, 23, 22, 21.
Gotta be Black Flag. Keep counting, Capu. I need. I need
17.
this. There we go.
16, 15, 14, 13. These are all the guesses you can make. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7.
11.
It was 12,
Ooh, hate to see it.
which, fun fact,
All right.
for Active Still was right after that NFTL season.
Which season do you think I first filled out a sign-up sheet for in all of competitive?
I don't remember Black Flag being season 12. I captained that season. I don't remember Black Flag being there.
I
don't
think they
fucking
ended
remember
up
Black
getting
Flag.
like Coot or something.
Oh, that doesn't fucking count.
Answer my question. What
You know
season
what,
did I
Jack?
first sign up technically for competitive?
Well, it's got to be before 9. Got to be before 8. No, it's got to be before 9. Because that was his first season, I think. No,
My first season was 8. That is correct.
8. Yeah, 8, yeah. So it's got to be before 8, right?
Yes.
Wait, that's 7 guesses at that point. It's not 1,
Maybe
2, or 3. It's not 1, 2, or 3 for a fact.
I'm gonna. Here.
It's a 2.
you
it's a
might
1 in...
think you only have 7 guesses, but you might have more.
you don't. No. If you count the mini season, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I
Don't tell me you
I
count the
did
mini
a thing.
season.
Nope,
Was I
What'd you
wrong?
do?
you are wrong, Smalley.
Darn it. Was I close?
Smalley guessed season 3 of NFTL, and he is way off because that was way after season 8 of Novice.
Darn it. Oh yeah, because that was the one that I did. Sorry, meant season 2.
I'm gonna go mini season 5.5.
No, I filled out the sign up sheet for Majors season 2,
Oh,
but I had literally no clue how any of it worked.
that makes
So
sense.
technically that's season 5 of NLTP. All right, cool. No.
No,
Wait,
You did that
It was
backwards.
before, yeah.
that's like before NLTP was created.
Yeah, I filled up the sign up sheet, but I didn't even know what Mumble was. It was my second week on Reddit, and I filled out the sign up sheet, and naturally no one ever contacted me, which makes a lot of sense. But yeah,
We're learning a
fun
lot
fact.
about us.
All right, it's been an hour.
It has.
I think it's a good time to call it.
Long hour.
Probably.
It was a very slow hour. I agree.
Yeah, I think we should pace it better. I don't know how to pace it. Can someone give
God,
me
just
tips?
talk faster, both of you. They sound like we're using all the words like 4 times in your head before you say them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you hear how many times I stumbled over my words in my sentence because of how fast I was trying to say them?
Yeah, I think I caught that a bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
All right. Well, bye.
All right, join us
Hawaii.
next week
Yep.
for a maybe better paced, but probably not podcast. Bye. How are
Hey,
you?
If you want structure